तुम तो बाद में। हाँ, ठीक है, ठीक है, ओके। हाँ। मैं मोहम्मद इमरान को एडमिट नहीं कर रहा हूँ। ठीक है। Hi, good morning, everybody. Today, we are again back to our regular courses of, in information sharing with all of you. Today, we are going to discuss when to start your dream project, because everybody, whenever we are planning for the future, some way we always think of, you know, getting into a business where we can dream about more money, more people, and bring that organization to a bigger level. So that's why we thought that why not we start from the place where a person actually thinks of dreaming of having a business. So today's topic is when to start your dream project, that is your own business. So while doing this, we will talk about a subject called the entrepreneur ladder. Now, what is this entrepreneur ladder? The entrepreneur ladder is a ladder which actually takes you from a level to the next level so that you become an entrepreneur and try to and understanding what is exactly an entrepreneur. Continuing on this, a little bit about myself. My name is Kaushik Chandra, and I am a business coach and consultant from a multinational company called Action Coach, with a professional experience of 32 years in different organizations, which is already mentioned out there. And currently, I am in this profession of business coaching for approximately 4+ years, handling different customers, different clients in different areas. So while we get into the subject, I would want you to know how many type of businesses are there. Now, what I mean by how many type of business are there is that it is not that what is the product or what are the services, how many type of businesses actually are there in the market. Number one, you see an idea and you want to create a business of its own. Number two, you are a part of a family business, and either you are following the same train to the family business, or you are trying to take that business to the second level with your own thoughts, which may be different from the thoughts of the people who have actually started this business. The third part is you saw somebody doing a particular business or a services and you want to repeat that. The fourth one is the most important part, is that where you find a gap in the society, in the needs of the people, and you are trying to do something to bridge that gap so that it becomes helpful to the people, to the society. So these are the different type of businesses what we look into it. Now, while we choose or we are into a system where we have to follow the existing system, the changes has to be brought in depending on that. Because every product or the services, whatever a business brings to the society, actually has to be fruitful, useful, and cater to the needs of the users. Then only the business will go to the next level. So when we are talking about this, we talk about a smart business. We all want to know to develop a smart business. What is a smart business and what is a normal business? A normal business is today I think to sell something, tomorrow I will do something else. We are doing business, we are making money. The question comes whether business is only about making money or business is something else in addition to the product, to the subject called making money. So that brings in a smart business, which talks about specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. That is the smart business. Why it should be specific? The word specific comes that you are stick to a particular goal of your business. Be very specific on that. Why the word measurable is there? The word measurable comes because you have to measure what you can do. Dreaming is okay, but daydreaming may not bring you the result. So it has to be measurable. What can be done within what time, where the word timely comes through. So whatever you measure can be achieved. I repeat this word, whatever is measured can be achieved, or whatever can be achieved has to be measured, because otherwise you will never know what you have done vis-a-vis what has to be done. So that is the measurement, measurable, achievable, and of course, realistic. What is possible, we can always go beyond the threshold of the minimum possibility, but it has to be realistic so that it does not stress you so much that you develop fatigue within yourself over the business. Business actually is a very interesting subject, but it has to be realistic. And there has to be a time related to this. So when it has to be a time related to this means when you choose a goal, when you choose a target to achieve, that means you have measured it, but you can only measure something when you give a particular time to it. It has to be time bound. So how you make it time bound? You can always divide your 12 months of your business into 4 quarters. When you divide the quarters, you can divide in a month so that every time you can measure what you are supposed to do. That is why developing a smart business is more important, because it does not give back to you fatigue. It gives back to you more energy and more interest in what you are going to do in the future days. So this is the puzzle, what it actually says. Anybody who is wanting to do something in a business starts dreaming about it. That I want to do this, I want to do that, I have studied this particular subject, so I want to do a business in this. But remember one thing, everything has a process. The question is, where did you learn to do business? In our country, we don't have any such system which teaches you how to do business. You just get into the business by seeing others, or being a part of the family business, or by your passion, which helps you to, I will do something for the society, or maybe you have find out a gap of need within the society and you are trying to work on that to develop a sustainable business. Now, this picture, what you see, is exactly a very confusing picture where we don't know what it is actually. Now, when I overturn this picture, I get something, a clarity about it. That is the rungs of an entrepreneurship. So, ladder of entrepreneur. I take it from the below, which is -1 by its category. Because we start our life from being a student. When we start our life from being a student, we actually invest our time, our money, everything to gain knowledge on that. And once we gain knowledge, we get a certification of that knowledge with which we go out in the market either to do a business or to do something else, which is a job. Now, with that degree of education, which gives you a basic understanding of all the different type of subjects, it can be a physics, a chemistry, it can be history, it can be political science, it can be anything of that. It gives you a normal, broad idea about how those subjects run, but it never says how to do business. So business is an experience which you need to be learned, which need to be certified by an existing school of business, which helps you to understand how to start a business. And from that point, we are into this subject. So, while student, you are at level -1 at the basement, where you have spent your money, you spend your time, and developed some ideas what to do, and then plan to go ahead. You have achieved certification by investing yourself and investing your money. So with those certifications, you come onto the market to join a job, correct? When you join a job, you are termed as an employee. You are spending your time, you are investing your time, learning something while you earn back. Your earning starts from there. That is the level 0. You are at the ground floor of the entire system. You have started earning money. So while you are an employee, you start growing from a marketing executive or from a accounts executive at the base level of the organization, and you start growing step by step. Yeah, of course, there are some people, there are some students who join at the mid-level. There are some people who have done an MBA from a class university, and then they go to the top of the university, but still they are earning money from the job while they are learning. That is the practical learning. In base level, you are learning, which is a broad outlook of the entire society. While you are working as an employee at whichever level you are actually earning while learning, so that you are able to develop an ideas how to move forward. 3/4 of the generation spend their time as an employee and retire maybe at the age of 60 or 58, and then they start of doing something if they want to keep themselves engaged. But many of them gets into the idea, I want to do something on my own, because while working as an employee, he or she has developed an idea what he or she can do for herself, or they want to give back to the society by doing something different. Here the word comes as self-employed. He opens up a company, the lady opens up the company, whether it be a proprietorship, an LLP, a private limited company. Of course, I'm not talking about the public limited company right now, but normally the business cycle starts from either being a proprietor or being an LLP, or it's a partnership, or it's a private limited company, depending upon the people coming inside, joining hands together to take this business on. The journey starts where you are actually trying to earn something from the business on your own, earning money for self. Okay, from your own business. Previously, as an employee, you were earning money from the job. Somebody was paying you. In this chapter, you become, a person who actually does everything. He does sales, he does purchases, he does everything. That is the start of the proprietorship or maybe an LLP in a small way, but they actually get burnout doing everything to bring the ends together so that they can make money out of it. So what happens? They actually become a manager of the company. they actually become an employee of his own company. So when you become an employee of his own company, then you are alone actually to run your own business. You are into managing people, you are into managing assets, which is the purchases, you are in managing collections. Initially, everybody has to do that, whether it in a small scale or it has to be in a medium scale, because till that time, the organization has not been developed. Now, why this ladder is made? This ladder is made that before you jump into the idea of doing a business on your own, you must know the steps. The moment you try to jump the step, the possibility of moving down increases. So that is the reason this ladder of the entrepreneur has been made to make you understand that while you take a very honorable decision to become a businessman and entrepreneur, you must also understand what are the rungs of this entire system, so that you can take step by step, understand where you are, and then take the next step. We as human beings have a tendency to move fast because the age involved when you are in a self-employed or an employee. We tend to jump. It happens everywhere when you are, taking the stairs to go up in any of the malls or any of the places. You tend to jump over the steps. It's perfect. But then if you slide down more steps than what you have actually taken up. So this subject is basically to tell you, patiently go step by step. That will give you stability, that will give you sustainability, and will give you a perfect measurable growth. So coming back to the same ladder, when we're talking about being a manager in your own self-employed company, that means you're earning money by managing your own people. You are actually firefighting with the entire systems, collecting money, because every organization, every business, every system works only when there is an incoming of money. Whether it be a manufacturing company or it be a trading company, the inventory has to move out and money has to come in to get the new inventory. This is the crux of the business. Nothing else happens on that. Even any businesses which are developing softwares, they have to sell the software to get in money. Without sales, business does not happen. Sales is equal to business and business is equal to sales. That is the end of it. Now, when you start growing, developing your system, and you are understanding that it's time to grow, time to create departments within your organization so that there are people to look into the day-to-day activities, the firefighting activities, then you are actually turning your business into an enterprise. You are becoming the owner. Then you are actually calculating what is your investment and what is your profit. Often you will come across a word called EBITDA. So when you're understanding what the EBITDA of your business, you will understand where the profit has to come. Understanding profit is the primary subject of understanding business. Profit is not only sales revenue minus purchase revenue. No. Sales minus purchase is not only the profit. Saving cost, reducing cost also helps you to increase profit. Getting money at the right time also helps you to increase your profit. So understanding profitability is more important and is very important when you are running a business and enterprise, when actually you say that, okay, I am an owner. So here I mention owner as a businessman who can run a business without his presence. I repeat this word once more. By a successful businessman, I mean those business people who can run a business without being physically present everywhere. This does not mean that he is not in the business. He is in the business. He is in the dashboard of the business. So while we are developing ourselves from the self-employed to the manager to the owner, we must be careful for creating a dashboard of the business. So when you drive a car and when you were driving a scooter or a motorbike, when you're driving a two-wheeler in your early days, or maybe you're driving now, you have a very small dashboard before you. Now, when you go to drive a car, a four-wheeler, the dashboard size increases because it gives you more information. So the owner of the business has to have the process of getting all information in his dashboard, which you should be able to read, understand, execute, sorry, and then go for the correction. So being an owner is able to understand the dashboard without meeting the people, and hence take necessary steps to organize the growth. Now, when you become an owner and you have your profits and you have your growth in hand, the second line of business is either doing another business or investing money in another business. There are two types. So when you have got enough funds and when you will have enough funds with you, a reserve funds, which you have to really reinvest to make more profit, because if money is lying in your bank, that is the biggest loss what you can go through. So if you see that money is lying in your bank, that means you are in a process of incurring losses. In that case, what you do, you become an investor, either trying to do another business or you are trying to buy another business and develop that business, because your business is now already in an auto mode. Only sometimes you have to see the dashboard, what is happening to your business, and then coming out. This is where the investor. Once you become an investor, then only you become an entrepreneur, where you create money with other people's ideas and networking. So we very easily we use the word, very frequently we use the word an entrepreneur without understanding what it actually means. An entrepreneur is that person who can create money with other people's ideas and network. So if you want, you can take a picture of this, a screenshot of this, and we will go much deeper inside it in the following, the meetings, what we'll conduct on that, because each and every step has got its importance, relevance to go to the next step. So today we continue with the subject. Here it is. I just give you a few time to read what it is. What is Action Coach, the world's #1 business coaching organizations, having 1,000 offices across 85 countries. And our vision is to create world abundance through business re-education. We are present all across the world, helping people to grow their business, helping people to take their business to the next level. My name is Kaushik, which I've already told you. I am a certified executive and business coach with Action Coach, as well as a certified DISC practitioner This is an assessment process which we will discuss in the coming meetings. We specialize in creating mastery in your business process so that you can run your business without getting directly involved inside it, putting the business in auto mode. Although saying is easy, execution is not that easy. You need to look into a mentor, you need to look into somebody who can be with you, stay with you to take along this process. So we work on these 5 words: why I am doing it, what I am doing it, when we should do it, who will be there in the system, and then we talk about how. Normally, we start from how. Whenever we think of doing a business, we always think that हमने सोच तो लिया, लेकिन करेंगे कैसे? How will I do it? But if you see the process, अगर आपको पता है कि आप क्यों ये बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, तो आपको ये पता होगा कि आप क्या बिजनेस करना चाहते हैं. तो अगर क्यों बिजनेस करना है, will give you an answer to क्या बिजनेस करना है, and this will give an answer to कब ये बिजनेस शुरू करना है, कि मैंने पूरा लैडर चढ़ा है और मैं लैडर का बीच में आके कुछ हॉरिजॉन्टल स्टेप्स लेने के लिए रेडी हो रहा हूं. सो दीज 5 स्टेप्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जब आप सोच ले कि हाँ मेरे को बिजनेस शुरू करना है, at that particular time आपको बिजनेस का साथी चुनना जरूरी है. Whether it be a partner, whether it be an LLP partner, whether it be it is your mentor or somebody to be with you, to stay with you, आपका साथ रहना है उसको. बिजनेस आप ही करेंगे, लेकिन आपका एक क्रॉस चेक पॉइंट रहना चाहिए बिजनेस में. इट कैन बी इवन योर सीनियर फैमिली मेंबर ऑल्सो. ये चारों पॉइंट अगर आपका बिजनेस का शुरुआत में क्लियर होता है, तो कैसे करना है वो आपको ऑटोमेटिक आएगा विथ डिस्कशंस. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. इसका बाद वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट अ स्टूडेंट. We talked about what an employee is, that is a step 0. We talked about being a self-employed. हम नौकरी छोड़ के जस्ट बिजनेस शुरू किया. बिजनेस का अंदर ही हमने मैनेजर बना, बिकॉज हम लोग को लोग रिक्रूट करना पड़ा, लोगों को सिखाना पड़ रहा है क्या करना है. तभी तो बिजनेस करेगा हमारा साथ, तभी तो हमको रिजल्ट ला के देगा. दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. जब हम लोग मैनेजर क्रिएट कर लिया बिजनेस में, जो बाकी डिपार्टमेंट्स को देख सकते हैं, देन आई बिकम द ओनर ऑफ द बिजनेस, क्योंकि मेरे सामने वो डैशबोर्ड क्रिएट होता है. हम गाड़ी में बैठे हैं, डैशबोर्ड हमको सारी इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं बिजनेस में क्या हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है. वी टॉक्ड अबाउट बीइंग एन इन्वेस्टर, हाउ टू यूज मनी टू मेक मनी, एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स द एंटरप्रेन्योर हु स्टार्ट्स क्रिएटिंग मनी बाय buying of ideas and networking with the people. So this is what we want to say, the ladder, because ये जो चक्का आप देख रहे हैं ना, ये चक्का will be always unstable, क्योंकि इसका प्रोसेस ठीक नहीं है, इसका अंदर स्पाइस नहीं है, तो obviously this will not run properly. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? अगर आप प्रोसेस क्रिएट नहीं करेंगे, तो आपका पूरा एंटरप्रेन्योरियल जर्नी में आपको ऐसा चलना पड़ेगा. हर बार आपको ऐसा चलना पड़ेगा, धक्का देके 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 देके. तो इसको अवॉइड करने के लिए हमको अंदर में स्पाइस लगाना पड़ता है, एंड दैट स्पाइक इज द सिस्टम टू मेक द एंटायर थिंग रन प्रॉपरली. With this, I will end up with the next presentation जो सामने आ रहा है. We will talk about a point called negotiation. हर चीज में negotiation is very important because negotiation हमको clarity देता है what we are doing it, why we are buying it. So it gives a clarity of why, what, when it is required. So negotiation is a very vital organ of our entire system, whether it be in your personal life or it be in your professional business life. So the date is fixed, the time we will decide again. Thank you so much. हमारा contact number यहाँ पे है. The email ID is there. You can follow us at our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, even at the, there's also my website is www.adconnect.com. With this, I end today's session. Hope you all enjoyed it. Every week we will come out with something, with some subject, which is very, very important to run your business. Once you understand then why you are running your business, then we'll go to the next step, how to run that business. We'll go to the last one, how to run that business. At every step, what you need, how to measure the business, how to take corrections, what is, a personal improvement plan, what is a performance, what is KPI. एक business चालू करने के लिए, चालू रखने के लिए, शुरू करना easy होता है, लेकिन चालू रखना बहुत difficult होता है. So that is a business process which we will talk. Thank you so much.